Hello guys, what's going on, and welcome back to episode 2 of our Cardiff City career mode, the road to the Premier League. As you can see in the table, we are currently 8th place in the Championship with 6 points, and we are 2 spaces out of the playoffs. We are level on points with Middlesbrough, and ahead of us we have Middlesbrough and Reading in the final playoff spot. So we'll try and see if we can get some wins today. As you can see, Troy Deeney is the top scorer in the Championship. Kiefer Moore 4th on the list. As you can see, some signing news. Liverpool have signed Martinez from Inter for £101 million. But before we go into the next game, which is against Watford, let's just give you a recap of what happened in last episode. If you missed it, as you can see, we won 5-2 against Rotherham in our first match. Our second game was a 4-1 defeat to Derby County. Then we won 6-1 in the Carabao Cup against Wigan. And our last game of the stream, last stream, we beat Millwall by 4-3. As you can see, today we've got some tough games coming up. As you can see, coming up next, we have Watford away at the Vicarage Road. Then we have Preston at home at the Cardiff City Stadium. Then we play Grimsby Town in the second round of the Carabao Cup away, and then we have Barnsley away in the Championship. So a pretty decent game week coming up. As you can see, next we are playing playoff side Watford to kick off this game, today's stream. It'll be a tough game. Watford 4th in the Championship. We are in 8th. So Watford are in the playoffs of the Championship. There is Will Hughes and Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney is the top scorer in the Championship. He has scored 4 goals in his last 3, so we'll have to keep Troy Deeney off the ball here as we play Watford here at Vicarage Road. It'll be a tough game for the boys. As I say, we're coming into this game off the back of a 4-3 win against Millwall. But Watford are no pushovers. They're a great side, Watford. So this will be a very tough game for Cardiff City, as I say, here at Vicarage Road against 4th playoff side Watford. Watford looking to get themselves back up to the Premier League. So this is where we both stand in the table. And in the relegation zone currently we have Nottingham Forest, Barnsley and Luton. Those 3 teams are in the bottom 3 of the Championship. Coming to this game, Cardiff are 8th in the Championship, Watford 4th in the Championship, and they look to keep in the playoffs. As I say, the last game for Cardiff City, as I say, was a 4-3 win at the Cardiff City Stadium against Millwall, and now we take on Watford here at Vicarage Road. So this should be a tough game. Kiefer Moore's been on pretty good form for this Cardiff City team, and I imagine Kiefer Moore would love to help Cardiff get themselves into the playoffs along with this team this afternoon, Watford. Watford look a very strong team. They've got some great players in Ismail Assar. They've got, of course, Troy Deeney at the goalkeeper, Ben Foster. Some great players on the pitch for Watford, so we're going to have to keep Watford quiet in this one if we are going to win this game. It's going to be a tough game. Watford are a great side, so that is the Watford team. Watford going with a 4-3-3 formation. And then this is the Cardiff City team. We've got some good players on the pitch as well. Alex Smith is remaining in goal. We've got Harry Wilson. Kiefer Moore has got some great form for us. Josh Murphy's on the bench. So, it's going to be a tough game. It's a tough game for the lads. It'll be a tough game. Here we go then. Vicarage Road is the stadium. It is Watford versus Cardiff in the Championship. Watford in their home yellow, Cardiff in their road whites. We are underway. Here's Troy Deeney's early doors for Watford. Watford, great tackle from Marlon Packer. Now here comes Harry Wilson away for Cardiff. Cardiff, as I say, coming today's game off the back of a victory over Millwall in their last game. Here comes Troy Deeney for Watford. It's off to Will Hughes. Will Hughes to Troy Deeney. Deeney across to Tom Cleverley. Tom Cleverley down the left now for Watford. He'll shot and it's blocked in front. It comes out to João Pedro and his shot blocked in front. 5 minutes gone here at Vicarage Road. Scoreless between Watford and Cardiff. Here is Tom Cleverley. Tom Cleverley with the first shot, and it sneaks under the Cardiff goalie Alex Smithies, and Watford lead 1-0. And it's Tom Cleverley with the goal for Watford. It is now 1-0 to Watford here at Vicarage Road. It's an unlucky one. It sneaks under the legs of Alex Smithies, and it is the first of the season for Tom Cleverley, and Watford as they're in their push towards the Premier League. They take the early lead in this one, 1-0 against Cardiff. Walters now down the left for Cardiff, tackled. Watford, the goal scorer, Tom Cleverley, laid it up to Troy Deeney. Here's Keith O'More now for Cardiff. They'll come away with it. Hi, Josh, welcome in. Chance here, Walters shot into the gloves of Ben Foster. Watford leading 1-0, scored his first of the season by Tom Cleverley. But how are you doing, Josh? Welcome in, hope you're doing well. Here is Dan Gosling, lays it off. At goal in the Championship, Middlesbrough, who are ahead of us in the standings, are ahead at Brentford. They lead Brentford by a 0-0. Here's Dan Gosling down the left, lays it off to Cleverley, the goal scorer for Watford. Cleverley again! And his shot goes by England won. Yeah, I know what a result that was for England. We'll get onto that in a minute, Josh. But 1-0 Watford lead here. Oh, Bennett gets caught by Ismail Assar. Here comes a chance for Cleverley, the man who scored the opening goal for Watford, lays it off to Ismail Assar, and it will go out for a goal kick to Cardiff City. You remember in our last game in the stream, we beat Millwall 4-3, and it was a tight affair against Millwall. I would imagine it's going to be a tight affair here between Cardiff and Watford as we play Watford. Is Keith O'More for Cardiff, who scored 4 goals in his last 3 games for Cardiff City. Foul against Watford. Cardiff will have a free kick taken by Harry Wilson. Brilliant travelling support for Cardiff here at Vicarage Road. A lot of big support for Cardiff. Cardiff have come up in good numbers to Watford. Ben Foster with the goal kick now, plays it out, but goes far as his teammate. Here's João Pedro. João Pedro now down the left for Watford. He'll come away down the left. João Pedro. Sean Morrison working back for Cardiff. Ball into the box. And Nelson gets it away and he lays it off to Harry Wilson, who's been on good form for Cardiff. Harry Wilson lays it to Keith O'More. Wilson again. Lays it off to Bennett. Joe Bennett down the left to Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson looking for Keith O'More. Blocked off by Ismail. Here comes Ismail Assar the other way for Watford. Here's Tom Cleverley. Back to Ismail Assar. Another goal in the Championship. Relegation side Luton are 1-up at home to Wycombe Wanderers. Here is Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney away. Brilliant play by Nelson. And cleared forward now. Here comes Wilson. Harry Wilson battling against Will Hughes. And Harry Wilson bursting away from the Watford defence. And good defending from Watford. I knew Sterling would score. Yeah, I know. I think we all did, Josh. Ben Foster with a shot, and it's going to be a booking here. The first booking of the game is a yellow card to Will Hughes. And the first booking of the game in this one. Here comes João Pedro. Lays it down to Dan Gosling. Gosling across to Cleverley. Cleverley to Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney. Ball forward now to Troy Deeney. Battling against Morrison, and a great save by Alex Smithies. And it's a brilliant save by the Cardiff goalkeeper, Ismail Assar, with the corner for Watford. He whips it into the box, and it is out by Watford, by Cardiff. Here's Walters. Walters away from his man. Walters does very well. He's done very well, Walters. He gets away from his man. Still on the ball. Walters with defending there from Watford. Harry Wilson has to backtrack now for Cardiff, sorry. Troy Deeney. There's it forward to Sarr and it goes out of play. Throw into Cardiff, taken by Bennett. Looking for Marlon Pack, that goes to Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson goes down. No foul against Watford. Here comes Ismail Assar. Another goal in the Championship. Norwich now 2-up against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. Brilliant save by Alex Smithies. João Pedro with the cross into the box and headed away by the Cardiff City defence. They're doing very well in this after conceding that early goal to Tom Cleverley inside 8 minutes. Here comes Cardiff now. Keith O'More breaking away from his man. Can Keith O'More tie it for Cardiff? The man who scored 4 in his last 3 and he scores! Keith O'More beats Ben Foster and it's 1-1 at Vicarage Road. Watford was hustling back, and the man who's been on hot form, Keith O'More, gets Cardiff back on level terms. Watford, who have defended fantastically in the first half, and Ben Foster diving the wrong way. And Cardiff City level here at Vicarage Road, and the Cardiff fans who thought their team were going to be 1-0 down going into the break goes to Keith O'More, and it is 5 on the season now for Keith O'More, and Cardiff back on level terms. We know this is going to be a very tough game because Watford defend very well. Here's Troy Deeney, 1-1 at Vicarage Road. Troy Deeney, Nelson with some great work, Harry Wilson forward to Keith O'More, the goal scorer. Walters now, he's got away from his man. Will Cardiff take the lead just before half-time? Walters, and a brilliant save by Ben Foster. Score remains 1-1 at Vicarage Road. The goal scorers, if you're just joining us, Tom Cleverley with the goal for Watford and Keith O'More with the equaliser for Cardiff. Here is Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson! Harry Wilson goes close to giving Cardiff the lead. The great opportunity, and he rims the side netting. And the score remains 1-1 at Vicarage Road. As I say, coming into this game, Cardiff have 6 points in the Championship so far this season. They have dropped just one of their last game. They've only lost one game so far this season in the Championship, and that was a 4-1 defeat away at Derby County, who are in the playoffs, and Derby are third in the Championship. They are doing very, very well, Derby County. Here comes the chance here for Watford. Watford also in the playoffs coming into this game, so they would love to keep themselves in the playoffs come the end of the season. Here's Harry Wilson. Cardiff still pushing though to get themselves back into the playoffs, as they were in the top spot of the Championship and got knocked out of the top spot after a defeat away at Derby County. And the goal scorer, I think the goal scorer for Watford, Tom Cleverley, he's going to get booked. His second booking of the game is the Watford goal scorer, Tom Cleverley, who scored the goal for Watford in this game. And I think that will do it for the first half. Half-time here at Vicarage Road. It is 1-1 here in the Championship between Watford and Cardiff City. This man, Keith O'More, with the equaliser at the end of the first half. So Cardiff and Watford all square at the break. It is half-time at Vicarage Road. It is Watford 1, Cardiff City 1. A brilliant first half, 1-1 at the end of the first half, as I say there. Tom Cleverley with the goal for Watford and Keith O'More with the equaliser for Cardiff City. Currently the scores in the Championship, it is Sheffield Wednesday 0, Norwich City 2, Middlesbrough 1, Brentford 0, and Luton Town 1, Wickham 0. Remember, Luton are in the relegation zone in the Championship, along with Barnsley, another team who will be playing later on in the stretch. We have Barnsley after the cup game against Grimsby Town. Remember, we'll be playing Grimsby Town in the second round of the Carabao Cup after the last game, which we beat Wigan Athletics 6-2 in the opening round of the Carabao Cup, where our last cup game is Wigan. So now we will be playing Grimsby Town in the second round of the Carabao Cup. Here is Will Hughes now, forward to Ismail Assar. Ismail Assar for Watford, he's through on goal. Assar off the post. Ismail Assar hits the post for Watford. It's almost 2-1 to Watford. Here's rolls away from his man. Lays it off to Walters. Walters to NG. NG forward. Here's Keith O'More. Keith O'More now. Josh, let me know how the sound quality is here, if you can hear me or not. Let me know. Let me know the sound quality is like, Josh, if you can. Please, if you let me know. Here's Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney away from his man. Lovely ball into the box, and a good stop by Smithies. Alex Smithies has had a great game in the Cardiff net. And the score remains 1-1. Watford corner taken by Ismail Assar into the box. Shot here for Watford, and it's the man who's on a yellow card, Will Hughes, with the strike. Oh, a poor pass from Smithies, goes straight to João Pedro. That's a brilliant save by Smithies, he does well to recover. Here is Morrison down the left, Sean Morrison for Cardiff. Loses out, here's Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney away from the left for Watford. Lays it forward, dangerous chance here for Watford. Watford lay it off, here comes Sarr. Ismail Sarr. A shot into the hands of Alex Smithies. We are now into the hour mark here at Vicarage Road, tied 1-1. Here's Walters. Walters to Kifo Moore. Kifo Moore down the left. Looking for space. Goes down Kifo Moore, but no foul. Watford win back possession as we're now into the hour mark. Watford now on the counter. Forward to Sarr. Sarr forward. Lovely play here from Ismail Sarr. Sarr! Good stop again by Smithies. Some big save. Another big save on Ismail Sarr, who was looking to put Watford back in front as we're in the hour mark now. Sarr will take the corner for Watford. As we are now into the 63rd minute, tied at 1 goal apiece here at Vicarage Road. And it'll be Ismail Sarr with the corner for Watford. And now there's a substitution on the play here for Watford. It's going to be Troy Deeney who is coming off for Watford. The first change of the game sees Troy Deeney depart for Watford. Corner in from Sarr. Looking for the back post feed, and Bennett does well. Can they get it away though? They can't get the ball away. Chance, another brilliant save by Smithies, keeping Cardiff in this game. Cardiff fans appreciating the goalkeeping of their goalkeeper Alex Smithies. Corner into the box. Great play here. Rolls, can he get it out of his feet? No, he can't. He just couldn't get it out of his feet. Here comes Flat. The chance here, and Watford score! And that could be the game winner with 20 minutes to go, and it's a substitute. Is it a substitute? No, it's not. It goes all the way through the legs. And that could be the goal that keeps Watford in the playoffs and dents Cardiff's chances of making top 6. 2-1 to Watford. Watford restore the lead with 20 minutes to go, and it could be another defeat here. A second defeat on the cards here for Cardiff. Remember, their last game that they lost was a 4-1 defeat to Derby County. That is our only defeat so far this season. Watford looking to make it a second straight loss here. It could be a loss here against Watford, and a 3 points dropped here at Vicarage Road against Watford. Here's Sarr. We always know it'd be a tough game against Watford. Chance here, and Marlon Pack wins it for Cardiff. Walters gets away. Bernardo Silva to Real Madrid is confirmed, but Walters is through. Walters, he shoots, and he levels it for Cardiff. Cardiff thought they'd drop the point, and Walters gets them back on level terms. And with less than 15 minutes to go here at Vicarage Road, it is 2-2, and it's a knuckleballer that beats Ben Foster, gloved side. And it is Watford 2, Cardiff City 2, and Walters with the equaliser for Cardiff as it sneaks over the arm of Ben Foster, and it's 2-2 at Vicarage Road, and the Cardiff manager applauding that brilliant finish from Max Walters, and Cardiff back on level terms at 2 apiece. It's a great finish from Max Walters. Keeps Cardiff just about alive in this game. Here's Will Hughes. 15 to play here at Vicarage Road. João Pedro does well. He dances around 2 Cardiff City players into the box, and good defending by Nelson. Here comes Rolls down the left. NG forward. If that forward ball towards next game for Watford. They have a tough game coming up as they head to St Andrews. Watford take on Birmingham away next for Watford. Here is the long ball forward, looking for Sarr. Just a bit too far for Ismail Sarr. And another change here for Watford. It's going to be Ismail Sarr who's making way now for Watford. Their second change of the game with 10 minutes remain. Sarr makes way for Watford, who's had a great game. Ismail Sarr. Marlon Pack to Harry Wilson. Intercepted. Here comes Rolls. 10 to play here. Max Walters forward. Kifo Moore waits in space. And some great play here. Seven minutes remain. We might get fresh legs on in a minute for Cardiff. But for now we're staying with it. and into the hands of Smithies. Before Smithies takes his goal kick, let's see if we've got any players we can bring on as some fresh legs. We do have two left mids. We have a CDM we can bring on. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it as it is. It's working at the moment. 6 minutes to go. We might try and sign some players, maybe at the window or maybe next season if we get promoted to the Premier League. Here comes Watford down the left. Chance here, Watford looking to win the game late. And they nearly did. Watford nearly had the game winner. And that could have been game over for Cardiff. But luckily the shot wasn't on target. And the game remains 2-2. There's 2 minutes of the 90 remain. Morrison does well, he gets away from his man. Looking forward here, Harry Wilson. Max Walters, who tied the game for Cardiff. Can he win it late for Cardiff City? Brilliant tackle there from Watford. Watford win back possession. 3 minutes of added time at the end of the 90. Here is Max Walters. Can he be the hero for Cardiff City? It's a penalty. Cardiff have a penalty in stoppage time. And Watford, who have played fantastic all the way through, maybe about to drop a huge point here. And Keith O'More could win the game for Cardiff with a penalty. And he scores it! Keith O'More! And Cardiff have beaten Watford! A brilliant comeback from Cardiff! And Watford, who thought they got a huge point! And Cardiff City are going to win here at Vicarage Road against Watford! A huge 3 points for Cardiff City! And it's going to be 3 points here at Vicarage Road against Watford. Ben Foster goes the wrong way. And Keith O'More gets 3 points for Cardiff here away at Watford. 3 points here against Watford. Watford, who thought they had a huge point. Keith O'More goes now to 6 on the season from that penalty spot. And Cardiff with 3 points. With 3 points in the bag. And it was a late penalty that has changed this game. And disappointment for Watford. Delight for Cardiff. But Watford have one more attack. Can they get something late in this match? They can't. And Cardiff take all 3 points. A late penalty goal from Keith O'More earns Cardiff a 3-2 win against Watford. And it's a huge win for Watford. Sorry, for Cardiff, sorry. Which keeps them in the race for playoffs. And Keith O'More with a double, which now takes him on to 6 for the season. A brilliant win for Cardiff. We have beaten Watford 3-2 at Vicarage Road. Norwich 4-1 against them. Luton are back to winning ways. They've beaten Luton, get their first victory of the season over a win over Wickham, which now, with that win, sees Cardiff into the playoffs. Where does Watford go in the standings now? Where are Watford now? Watford dropped to 10th. Now Watford outside of the playoffs. But Cardiff getting closer to that playoffs now. Look, gone above Blackburn. We've got Preston next. A brilliant result for Cardiff now. It puts us on to 9 points with that victory over Watford. Let's have a look at the next game week then for football. Obviously we have got Preston. Watford travel to take on Birmingham. That'll be a tough game. Stoke to take on no longer playoff side Derby. Derby are outside the playoffs now. Let's just have a look how the table looks at the moment. As you can see, Norwich City 2 points clear at the top, followed by Watford, followed by Bournemouth Football Club, who are in second, and then Reading in third, Brentford in fourth, Millwall in fifth, and you can see Middlesbrough in the final playoff spot. As you can see, this game week though, these are the games for this game week. Cardiff take on Preston, Birmingham take on Watford, Stoke take on Derby, and QPR take on Rotherham. And don't forget also we've got Blackburn against Huddersfield. That's going to be an interesting game as well. As you can see now, 7th in the Championship. Remember last episode we were quite low down, but obviously that big victory, a 3-2 victory over Watford, now keeps us in a good position. Next up we play Preston North End. Preston are now 14th in the Championship looking quite a few spaces now out of the playoffs. So Preston need to get some victories if they are going to stay up in the Championship next season. So a huge victory for Luton Town, as I say, against Wycombe Wanderers, which probably just about keeps Luton alive in the Championship. Remember, they have 3 points now, Luton Town, after their victory over Wycombe. So good luck to the relegation teams. Big games coming up, as I say, big game here for Cardiff. Cardiff coming to the game for a massive result, a victory, a 3-2 victory late. A penalty from Keith Moore won the game against Watford, and now we play Preston at the Cardiff City Stadium. Preston outside of the playoffs, along with Cardiff. Well, we are just 1 point out of playoffs. We are just behind Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough are in the final playoff in the Championship, looking to go above Middlesbrough into playoffs for the victory. I don't think there's no game this week for Middlesbrough, so if we beat Preston, we will go above Middlesbrough into 6th place. So a win here against Preston puts Cardiff in the playoffs with a victory here over Preston North End. Preston North End 14th in the division. Cardiff we're now 7th in the table, following a 3-2 victory in our last game against Watford. That is now 2 wins in our last 2. We've won our last 2 games in the Championship, a 4-3 win against Millwall and a 3-2 victory over Watford. We've now on a 2-game win streak as we come into this game against Preston North End. It's the same team that beat Watford in our last league match, which was a 3-2 victory. Keith Moore was the hero with a penalty spot in stoppage time at Vicarage Road against Watford. Watford now go out of the playoffs thanks to Cardiff after we beat them. So Cardiff now just 1 spot out of the playoffs. They've got 9 points now after that victory against Watford. A win here against Preston North End would give us a really good chance of making it into the playoffs for the end of the season. As I say, big game here against Preston. Cardiff on a bit of momentum. Preston need to start getting wins if they are going to get themselves into the top 6 and into playoffs. Here's Sinclair for Preston down the left. Ball into Johnston, an early chance there for Preston North End. Preston know they've had to have a decent game here against Cardiff. We're on pretty decent form, as I say, we've just beaten Watford. So we need to keep this momentum going here against Preston. Chance here for Preston. Preston offside. They got caught with the offside flag. But a brilliant start to the game for Preston. They needed to come out and try and put some early pressure on this Cardiff team. With Keith Moore early doors. Lindsay's back for Preston. Good save. Keith Moore, remember, he's got 6 goals in the Championship, top scorer. I think Keith Moore's now top scorer in the Championship, so he's one of the top scorers in the division, I think, Keith Moore. So Preston will have to keep Keith Moore quiet. There's Rolls, can't keep it in. And great, good defending from Preston North End. It will be a Cardiff throw-in. Preston defending very well is Max Walters. Max Walters, who scored the equaliser against Watford. He had a goal in the victory at Vicarage Road. Rudd will take the goal kick for Preston as we approach 10 minutes here at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff City 0, Preston North End 0. Sinclair with the chance here for Preston. He's looking for options. He'll throw it into the box. Comes back out here and a good chance there for Preston North End. But it remains 0-0. Morrison now out to NG. NG forward. Goes it down to Rolls. Rolls goes down in the box. Outside in the centre circle is Brown. Brown shot in and a good chance for Preston North End. The score remains 0-0. Perry NG now loses out. Chance here from Sean Maguire. And he's through and it's good defending there. Well, not good defending because it was offside. But NG now forward. Perry NG now forward to Walters. Walters now. Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson now on the ball for Cardiff City. He's done well there, Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson! Cardiff leads! Preston had some brilliant chances down at the other end. and Cardiff get the game's first goal. And it's that man, Harry Wilson, who puts Cardiff ahead here against Preston. Preston stood watching, and Cardiff punished Preston. And Preston, who had been on some pretty poor form, find themselves 1 down here to Cardiff. And it's Harry Wilson, as I said, a victory for Cardiff. The Cardiff win will put them in the playoffs. It is 4 on the season now for Harry Wilson. And Cardiff look like they'll be heading into 6th place in the Championship, going ahead of Middlesbrough in the Championship into the playoffs. And it looks like, as it stands, it will be playoffs for Cardiff. Actually, Middlesbrough are actually playing this week. Middlesbrough are now 1 up against Wycombe. So it now means we now need Wycombe. If Wycombe beat Middlesbrough and we knock off Preston, we will go above them. As it stands, both of us are on 12 points now as it stands. Here's Maguire. Maguire, good save there. Preston looking for that equaliser. Good play there. Marlon Pack. Marlon Pack coming away, and he's clipped from behind. And Cardiff will win the free kick as we approach 20 minutes in this game. Cardiff leading Preston by 1-0 on the 4th goal of the season for Harry Wilson. Cardiff 1, Preston 0. Good overhead. What a brilliant play from Pat through to Max Walters, and a brilliant save by the Preston North End goalkeeper. A brilliant save. Rolls again now. Good work from Cardiff City. Cardiff City now have to get back here. Preston are away on the attack. St Clair down the left for Preston. Great defending by Perry Ng. Here comes Preston again. Maguire. Maguire away from his man. Lovely play here for Preston. Preston looking to get one back here. Great save by Alex Smithies. And it'll be a corner to Preston North End. Preston trying to get themselves back into this game. Good chance for Preston. Another corner for Preston. We're now approaching 28 minutes. Cardiff still 1 goal ahead for that Harry Wilson's goal. Ball into the box. Cleared away by Cardiff. Rolls trying to get away from his man, but great defending from Preston. But Cardiff win it back. Rolls. Plays it through to Kifo Moore. Kifo Moore's onside. And Preston to hustle back. Kifo Moore! 2-0 to Cardiff! Preston, who knew Kifo Moore was dangerous. And the Welshman, Kifo Moore, with his 7th of the season, and puts Cardiff into a 2-0 lead here against Preston. And Cardiff now will be hoping that Wycombe can do them a favour at home to Middlesbrough. And it's a brilliant finish, and Cardiff 2-0 up. And unless Middlesbrough lose, Cardiff will not make the top 6. They need Middlesbrough to drop point here, because if Middlesbrough draw to Wycombe and Cardiff beat Preston, then Cardiff will go into the playoffs with 12 points. We're on 9 points in the Championship at the moment, but as it stands we'll be going on 12 points if we knock off Preston, who are 14th in the Championship. Lindsay lays it off now to Ledson. Ledson to Potts. Potts down the left for Preston. A 2-0 lead for Cardiff. Harry Wilson with his 4th of the year. And then Kifo Moore with his 7th of the season for Cardiff City. They lead Preston by 2-0. Max Walters, can he add a third just before half time? Good defending by Preston. Keep the score at 2-0. And offside against Sinclair. Preston has to watch where for that offside. Here's Rolls. For that possession in the game, 41 for Cardiff, 59 for Preston. Here's Rolls. Rolls comes away, and he nearly curves that into the net for a third. Cardiff have been all over Preston here. Preston have not really got the gears going. And it was nearly 3 for Cardiff just before half time. And coach of Cardiff, Stephen Lilly, would have been very happy with that. Coach Lilly would have been happy with a 3-0 lead. Another goal in the Championship. Swansea with a shocking lead. Swansea are 1 up at Harrow Road against Norwich. Johnston gets one back, and Preston are back in the game. Johnston with the goal for Preston North End. And that's what Preston needed. Some offence time. And Johnston gets Preston back within a goal. Cardiff asleep at the back. And Daniel Johnston. Johnson gets the first for Preston. Daniel Johnson makes it 2-1. But here comes Max Walters the other way. Max Walters! Off the post! Walters hits the post. It was nearly 3-1 to Cardiff. And he's off the post from Max Walters. Great chance to put Cardiff back up by 2. And he hits the post. And the score remains 2-1 in favour of Cardiff City. And nearly extending their lead is Walters again. Rolls has to get back. Dangerous chance here for Preston. Can they tie it up just before the break? Daniel Johnston, who scored the goal for Preston. Nelson has to defend here. Good defending, he does well there. Lays it up to Max Walters. 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. Max Walters does very well. Gets away. Max Walters. Walters off the post again. He's hit the post twice in the first half, Max Walters. And it could have easily been 3-1. But it's off the post again. And I think that's going to do it for the first half. No, it won't. Preston have one more attack. Here's Potts. Potts plays it in. Dangerous chance, and that'll do it for the first half. Cardiff will take the lead into the break. But Preston will be annoyed that they're not going in all square with Cardiff. Cardiff did well. Kifo Moore's goal is separating that goal from Kifo Moore, giving them a small lead. But at the break, here at the Cardiff City Stadium, it's Cardiff City 2, Preston North End 1. A 2-1 lead for Cardiff. It's a dangerous lead though, as Preston hunting back. As you can see, this is how the table is looking currently. This is how the games are currently looking. Blackburn are 1-0 up against Hull City. Rotherham have a 1-0 lead away at Loftus Road. Derby County 1-up at Stoke. Birmingham have a 1-0 lead against Watford, who we beat. Relegation side Barnsley are 1 down at Nottingham Forest. And Coventry are drawing at home to Bristol City. So it's a very even game here between Cardiff and Preston North End. It's Cardiff City 2, Preston North End 1. Remember, after this, we take on Grimsby Town in the second round of the Carabao Cup. I'll be back in a second for the second half. I'm just going to the toilet. So, yeah, make sure to like the stream if you haven't already. And I'll be back in a minute for the second half of this championship game between Cardiff City and Preston North End. Right, I'm back to chat. Here we go then, second half, Cardiff leading Preston 2-1. Preston have made the change at the break. Yeah, so see how Preston respond in this second half then. after getting that goal late in the first half from Daniel Johnson. Here's Sinclair early doors at the second half here for Preston. Remember, a Cardiff victory and a Middlesbrough defeat to Wickham means that we go ahead of them in the table. Johnston now here for Preston with the goal, with the man who scored the goal for Preston. Whips it in, no one there though. Sean Maguire, good defending from Marlon Pat, a goal in the Championship. Preston have Bristol have a 2-1 lead against Coventry City. Here is Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore scored in the first half, put Cardiff 2-up, and now he hits the post. Cardiff hit the post 3 times in this game. Max Walters hit the post twice in the first half, and Kiefer Moore hits the post in the second half for Cardiff. And the score remains 2-1. Here's Maguire. Sean Maguire gets away from his man, whips it into the box. There's a Potts at the back post, good defending here. And Marlon Pat again to Kiefer Moore. Moore scored this time on the breakaway. Lindsay with a great work for Preston. Here's Potts. Martinez has signed for Liverpool. That has been confirmed. Ball into the box and Alex Smithies with an easy save. Nilsson lays it forward to Pat. Pat goes down. No foul against Preston. Good challenge there. Cardiff win back possession. Pat forward to Walters. Max Walters has hit the post twice in the first half. Gets away from his man. Max Walters 3-1, and he won't miss that one. And Cardiff into a 3-1 lead. The man who hit the post twice in the first half doesn't miss that one. And he puts Cardiff into a 3-1 lead here against Preston. And surely now, Cardiff on their way to a 3rd straight win. And Max Walters surely now seals the 3 points here at home to Preston North End. Preston have had their chances, and Walters puts one away. And surely now, that's Cardiff on their way to a victory. And it's a 3-1 lead for Cardiff. And surely there's no way back now for Preston as we're into the hour mark. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if any of you guys have got any signing suggestions for Cardiff this season. Let me know. Here's Potts. Potts with a shot. Good save by Alex Smithies in the Cardiff net. Remember, let me know in the comments if you've got any suggestions who you think we should buy, whether it be from the Premier League, the Championship, League 1 or League 2. Let me know in the comments for player suggestions. Remember, we have 500 mil this season at Cardiff to spend. Nelson's been great work. Preston need to be a bit more aggressive in this last half an hour, but they do make another change, and Gallagher is coming on for Preston. Here comes Bennett. Bennett down the left. There's a Kiefer Moore. Good defending from Preston. 25 minutes remain. Lindsay now. Back to Rudd. In the net for Preston. Johnston. Plays it forward to Sinclair. Sinclair to Preston North End. Into the box. NG nearly puts it into his own net, but into the hands calmly of Alex Smithies. 20 minutes to go. Next game for Preston. They take on West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Tough game for Preston that. They are away at West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Chance here, brilliant save from the Preston goalkeeper. As I say, tough game for Preston as they play West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Rolls, good save again. Preston goalie keeping his team in the game. As I say, next we have Grimsby in the Carabao Cup. Hughes is coming on for Preston, their final change of the game. Cardiff yet to make any changes in any of their games in the Championship so far. Do we make any signs? Let me know if there's signing suggestions, boys. If there's any signing suggestions you think we should buy, let me know in the comments. Perry NG wins it back. 16 minutes to go in this one. We're probably thinking this season about youngsters. We might bring some young players in for this season. Sinclair, good save by Alex Smith. Remember, We're not going to be going all out with some ridiculous players in our first instance. Remember, we are only in the Championship. We'll go for better players. We'll try and get some big players. When we get, hopefully, if we get promoted to the Premier League, focus on that when we get up to the Premier League. But first, it's just Championship. We're in the Championship, remember. So make these signings be realistic signings that we can afford for Cardiff City. Don't be signings that are very silly signings. What realistic signings? Any realistic signings? Let me know in the comments. There can be any age, but they have to be realistic. They can be 19. They can be a youngster. Could be a goalkeeper, a young goalkeeper, maybe a right back or a centre back. Just somebody that's young or someone that's realistic for the Championship who has got a lot of experience in this division. Yeah, so any realistic signings, let me know in the comments if you've got any realistic signings for the club. Sinclair with a shot, brilliant save by Smithy. And it looks like it's going to be a win here for Cardiff City here against Preston. Preston with another chance. Daniel Johnson shot goes wide, intercepted by chance for Sinclair, and another save. Preston getting frustrated. Ball isn't going in the net. Sinclair with a corner for Preston. 6 minutes remain. Joe Bennett with some great work. You know, to flip the ball forward. 5 minutes to go. Here's Hughes for Preston. Walters wins it back. And now Cardiff can really put this game to bed here with another goal. 4 minutes to go. Apologise if I know that it's just my tablet. 4 minutes to go. Another goal in the Championship. Huddersfield have scored late. Pritchard with a goal. Alex Pritchard with the goal late for Huddersfield. To earn Huddersfield a huge point away at Blackburn. Walters, and there it is! Max Walters with the sealer for Cardiff City. And we've sealed the points, and Max Walters seals the points for Cardiff in a 4-1 victory over Preston North End. Second of the game for Max Walters. And 3 points now heading the way of Cardiff City. 4-1 to Cardiff and 3 points in the bag for Cardiff City. A 4-1 win over Preston it looks like. Maguire late for Preston. 4 minutes to play at the end of the 90 minutes. Sinclair has a chance here and Sinclair makes it 4-2. But is it going to be a consolation? And Sinclair makes it 4-2 and Preston have another in stoppage time. Good finish from Sinclair. 4-2.
For Preston North End, number 31, Scott Sinclair.
Scott Sinclair in stoppage time, making it 4-2 to Cardiff City. Cardiff know they still have this in the bag. 1 minute of the added time remain. Can they get a third in another one here late in this game? They trail 4-2 now. Sinclair who got the second for Preston. Looking for a man open again. Sinclair's in, great save, rebound, and it finds its way in. It's 4-3, and Preston have scored 2 in added time, but I think it's not going to be enough. And Cardiff, who led 4-1, it's going to be a 4-3 finish here, a grandstand flip finish, and it's the second of the game for Scott Sinclair on the volley. It's a brilliant finish. And Preston with a late goal, but it's not enough. Cardiff win, but we've beaten Preston by 4-3. Those 2 late goals from Sinclair weren't enough, and Cardiff take a 4-3 win over Preston. Preston got 2 late goals, but they weren't enough, and it's a win for Cardiff. Back-to-back victories for Cardiff, a 4-3 win over Preston North End. Which is a victory, which is a good victory for the boys. Now we play Grimsby Town in the second round of the Carabao Cup. That is away from home. But before, let's have a look what is happening in some of the other leagues. The Australian League, let's have a look what's happening in some other leagues. Brazil League. China League, Danish League. Let's have what's happening in the Premier League. As we can see currently, we see Liverpool the top. Sheffield are doing pretty well. Where are my teams? My team's 16th, not having a great season. Let's see who's in the relegation. So in the relegation zone, the bottom three in the Premier League is Leeds, Wolves, and West Ham. League One is very interesting. Preston, Portsmouth top, followed by Shrewsbury in second, Wigan in third, Blackpool fourth, Oxford fifth, Sunderland sixth, Lincoln seventh, Ipswich eighth, Charlton ninth, Bristol 10th, MK Dons 11th, 12th Northampton, 13th Rochdale, 14th Accrington, 15th Doncaster, 16th is Burton Albion, 17th Gillingham, 18th Plymouth Argyle, 19th Peterborough, 20th Crewe, and the bottom four in the division in the relegation zone is AFC Wimbledon, Swindon Town, Fleetwood Town, and bottom of the league is Hull City. Wow, Hull City bottom of their league. Then in EFL League 2, as you can see, Salford are top of League 2, followed by Grimsby Town, followed by, as you can see, Salford and Forest Green are first and second. And then in the playoffs in League 2 is Newport, Tranmere, Port Vale and Cheltenham Town and Morecambe. And then let's have a look who's at the bottom of League 2. And then bottom of League 2 we've got Bradford City, Oldham Athletic, Harrogate Town and Leyton Orient. So that's how leagues are looking at the minute. We want to know what's happening in the Championship, don't we? Where we are in our division. We've just had a look through all the leagues. We've just seen the Prem, League 1 and League 2. Look at some of the other leagues. PSG top of the French League. Germany League, that's league. Let's look something in the Bundesliga. Dortmund are top of the Bundesliga. Juventus are top of Serie A. Japanese League. Where's our league? What's happening in the Dutch League? We're at Ajax. Ajax are 9, jeez. How are Ajax that far down, man? Can't believe it. Oh, what's in the Scottish League? Rangers are top of the Scottish League. Barcelona are the top of La Liga Santander. And the other Spanish League, Swedish League, Swiss League, Turkish League. Who's top of the MLS? Ooh, MLS. New England in the top, doing pretty well. And back to start with. So everybody's doing pretty well. I've been to see who comes up from who comes up from League 1 and who will be coming up down from the Prem. So let's just sign our first player then. Our first signing obviously is going to be a youngster. He's currently playing in the Premier League. Yeah, his players playing in the Premier League at the moment is doing very well. He's a lot of Arsenal fans will know him. He's currently on loan at this club at the moment. And of course I'm talking about Joe Willock. Joe Willock is on loan at Newcastle at the moment. I don't know if he will leave us if he's gone back to Arsenal. No, he's not. He's not going to come. Yeah, Joe Willock is currently on loan at Newcastle, if you didn't know. Maybe we go for a lower league player, maybe get someone from League 1 or something, I don't know. See what players we can afford right now and bring in. Let's have a look at League 1, see if there's any good players to bring in from League 1. Let's look at Hull City, because they're struggling at the moment, aren't they, Hull City? We've got George Honeyman. Should we bring in George Honeyman from Hull? Yeah, let's give George Honeyman a season at Cardiff, yeah. We're going to bring in George Honeyman, I think. How old's George Honeyman? 25. Alright, we'll give him a go. Yeah, we're going to give George Honeyman his first game, I think, for the club. I might give him a chance to play. Because, I mean, Rolls, I don't know how long he's going to be at the club for. Don't know who else we've got in centre mid, but I can't remember. But I mean, we've got to give some good players. We've got to give some younger players some time, haven't we? So I'm thinking maybe to give Honeyman his debut, give him his debut in the cup against Grimsby, because we've got Grimsby in the cup next. So I'm thinking to give George Honeyman his debut in the cup again, in the cup. So yeah, I might give George Honeyman his debut in the cup against. Yeah, I'm going to give George Honeyman his first game in the next game, because we've got Harry Wilson we've got Harry Wilson up top, haven't we, in Cam. So I'm thinking either to drop Rolls or drop the other centre mid, drop one of my centre mids for a game or so, just to give Honeyman a bit of a run out, because I don't know how many years he'll want at the club. Yeah, I'm going to give George Honeyman a run out though. Problem is now, how many years do I give him? Because he's 25, and Hull City are doing pretty poor in League One at the moment. So hopefully we can give him some game time at Cardiff. Yeah, he's happy with the role we've offered him. Now let's see how many years George Honeyman wants to sign at the club. We want to give him a good. We don't want to give him too much of a contract, but we want to give him a decent contract that he will be happy with. Maybe, well, we're not going to give him 5 because that'd be a bit OT. Maybe give him about 3 or 4. I think that would be sensible. Yeah, we'll try 4. See if he goes with that. If he's happy with 4, then we don't need to go to 3. But if he's not happy with 4, we can always do a 3. Let's see. Yep, he's happy with that. 4-year deal then. Sign him on a 4-year deal then. So which means he will be with us for this season, and then for potentially 3 seasons in the Prem, if we stay up in the Premier League. We're giving him a 4-year deal, so we'll give George Honeyman his debut in the game against Grimsby. To be honest with you, I've not really been impressed with Rolls, so I might sell Rolls to another club, because I've not really been impressed with him, to be honest. I think I've been very impressed with Harry Wilson, so he's going to stay in the squad, definitely. Harry Wilson's not droppable, and Kiefer Moore and Walters, they're both going to stay in the club. I think if I'm going to get rid of a player, I think it's probably going to be Rolls, because I've not really been impressed with Rolls. I think he's been very poor for us this season. So I think I'm going to drop Rolls from the starting 11, unfortunately to say, because I just don't think he's given 100% this season. I think Harry Wilson's been brilliant. He's been on some great form. I'm hoping this signing of George Honeyman will hopefully help us towards promotion. I'd like to get us promoted this season if we can. I think centre mid was one position we needed to change, because our centre mids are pretty bad at them. I mean, we've got Marlon Pack in other centre mids, so I'm not going to drop Marlon Pack. Marlon Pack's going to keep his place in the squad. I'm going to play George Honeyman. He's going to have his debut game against. Yeah, I'm thinking about selling Rolls because I've not been impressed with him. Is there any other position to think we need to upgrade? I mean, our left back's pretty decent. We've got 3 decent centre backs. Maybe a right back. But I think apart from that, I think our team's pretty solid. Yeah, I'd probably say the only position I'm not concerned with now is the right back. We probably need a defender. That's the other position we need to improve. We've got James Burton, we just need a solid defender, really, don't we? I'm happy with Honeyman. I think that's a really good pickup. Yeah, I think it's probably just a right back we need now. For now. Might sign more next season. Yeah, we're going to sign Connor McLean. Connor McLean we're going to sign. That's a good right back from Sunderland. He's only 29. And he'll probably get a lot of game time at the club. Yeah, I think this season it's about trying to get to Prem, and then next season we just try and strengthen the squad out next season. But I'm pretty happy with the rest of the team. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the squad's playing. I think the only positions that were concerning me was the centre mid and right back. So we can try and upgrade that now. Obviously, we've upgraded our centre mid for George Honeyman, upgraded roles for Honeyman, and then we're going to get Connor McLean for right back from Sunderland. So that's the two positions that I wanted to improve in this team, and I think we've done that. Two brilliant signings in Connor McLean from Sunderland and then George Honeyman from Hull. Two brilliant players. So Honeyman's 25, so we've given him a 4-year deal at the club. Now we have to decide on how many years we're going to give Connor McLean at the club, because he's going to be an important player. Yeah, we are gonna play this guy a lot of the games this season. I can't see Perry NG being our right back for the remainder of the season. Yeah, he's happy with that. Yeah, I think this guy we may play as well in right back for the remainder of the season, and we maybe look to loan out, to send out some players to other clubs at the end of the season. Yeah, I think we probably might do that. We might sell Rolls and Perry NG at the end of the season. At the end of the season for Cardiff, just to get some money back. What's a 2-year deal? Oh dear, we're in big trouble. Yes, so as I was saying, yeah, I think at the end of the season they've got the play would be probably loan out, maybe sell Rolls at the end of the season, because obviously we've brought in George Honeyman now, and I imagine George Honeyman will play for the remainder of the season. We've offered this guy a 3-year deal. He's happy with 3 years at the club, so we've offered Connor McLean from Sunderland a 3-year deal at Cardiff City. As I was saying, yeah, I think the problem is, I think those two players I'm thinking maybe to sell Rolls and to sell Perry NG at the end of the season, but I think the additions of George Honeyman and obviously Connor McLean will probably help our defence and attack and make it a bit more stronger. Obviously we don't really need a player up top in Cam, because we've got Harry Wilson and he's been very good. Obviously we've got Kifo Moore and Walters at the top. Kifo Moore's the top scorer this season for us in the Championship. So I think the additions of these two players is very good, and I think these players will have a bright future at this club. So yeah, I think we've got a pretty decent squad, and I think this squad will help us hopefully get towards playoffs, minimum playoffs. But who knows what will happen come the end of the season. But I'm hoping that this squad will be able to help us at least get to the playoffs. Maybe get to the promotion, but we'll have to see. But these two additions are two brilliant additions to the squad. I think the addition of George Honeyman and Connor McLean, and the problem is will knock us down. Oh, he won't. That's perfect. Yeah, I think that's the squad we're going to go with now for the rest of the season. Let's just transfer history now. Let's have a look at something now. No, I don't want it at number 2. Look at the youth system here. No, I don't want to do that. What's selecting team for Cardiff Cup? That's the team I'm playing today. The players start. One of the players start doing that. Oh, it doesn't come to life, do that. Here we are, this is what we're going to do. Joe Day to... Yeah, we can do that. Send that guy out on loan. Who's the guy we wanted to get rid of? That's probably not going to use. So we'll send this guy out on loan. McLean obviously just signed. This guy I'm thinking about selling this guy as well, and Marlon Pack's got to go as well. Not being very impressed with him. The contract notification. No, what's the notification? No, I don't want to do this. Stop. No, I don't want to. Marlon Pack, you've got to go, mate. You've been horrendous. Marlon Pack's got to go, he's rubbish. No, what I meant to do was... There it goes, gone. Rolby's got to go as well. Whatever. I might keep this guy, I don't know, I'll just see what I want to do. I might send this guy off somewhere. I wish I could send this guy off because he's only young, so I want to give him a bit of more experience at another club. He might not even want to come back anyway, because it's been pretty dreadful. Problem is, I don't really want to play him. I'm not starting in a horrible way, but I just don't really want to play him. I'm gonna sell this guy, man. Money back. That's why I'm trying to sell some players, because then I have to continue playing for the club. I might get offers anyway. To be honest with you, I know it sounds horrible, but if he does get offers, because he's not been great. Yeah, that'll give me an extension then. Just see what I can. Where's kit numbers? I have to keep this guy, I have to change some kit numbers on there. We'll give McLean. And give McLean. Give McLean. In fact, we'll give McLean. We'll give him 25. We'll give McLean 25, and then we'll give George Honeyman. That's Honeyman. We'll give Honeyman. We'll give Honeyman. Give him a low number then. We'll give him 9. George Honeyman's gonna have 9 this season. Have we got another centre mid, or do we have to buy a centre mid? We'll have to buy another centre mid. We have to buy another centre mid now, boys, to go into our starting team. I know who to bring in. Already got one in mind. Max Power. We're going to bring in Max Power from Sunderland. I'm going to bring in Max Power to join George Honeyman in midfield. I think we've got a good squad. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the squad. This squad's good enough now, boys. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the squad. And we've now been streamed for over an hour, which is mad. Yeah, so I think after this signing, that is going to be the end of the second episode of Cardiff City. But what a day it's been, what a stream. 2 victories out of 2 in today's stream. We beat Watford 3-2 with a late winning goal from Keith O'Moore. And then we beat Preston North End by 4-3. Preston left it late though against us, but a brilliant win there. So we're now in a good position. So we've got 12 points into our next game. Remember, in the next episode we'll be playing Grimsby Town in the second round of the Carabao Cup, which will be tomorrow in episode number 3. Tomorrow we'll be playing Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup, so looking forward to that one. Also tomorrow we also have a game, an away fixture against Barnsley in the Championship tomorrow, so some brilliant games on the way tomorrow, including Carabao Cup action against Grimsby Town and also league action against struggling relegation side Barnsley. So some tough games on the stretch for the boys. As I say, it's been so good today. Honestly, I've really enjoyed the stream today with 2 victories over Watford and Preston North End. We've made some negotiations, made 3 signings today. We've also 3 signings today we have made. We have brought in George Honeyman from Hull. We've brought in Connor McGlane from Sunderland, and we are bringing in Max Power from Sunderland. So don't forget, if you've enjoyed the stream today as well, remember to smash a like on the stream. And remember, if you are enjoying the videos, let us know in the comments what you thought of the first 2 episodes of the Cardiff City career mode. Don't forget, we'll be bringing back the Cardiff City career mode again tomorrow. So as I say, we'll be live again for Cardiff City tomorrow as normal. Another brilliant stream tomorrow. As I say, we're playing Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup, followed by Barnsley and a host of games tomorrow. So you don't want to miss any of those games tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be making the George Honeyman, Connor McGlane and Max Power will make their debuts tomorrow for Cardiff's Cup game against Grimsby Town, and also league action against Barnsley Football Club. So looking forward to those games tomorrow. Remember, if you're looking forward to the games tomorrow for Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup and Barnsley in the Championship, don't forget to smash a like on the stream, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. So thank you guys for joining us today for this Cardiff City career mode, and yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow's stream. So remember, if you can't wait for the next stream, remember, if you missed the stream yesterday, it is up now on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for all watching. I hope you guys enjoy it. And don't forget, in tomorrow's stream, these are the games tomorrow we'll be playing. We've got Grimsby Town in the Cup, Barnsley, and then we have some brilliant games tomorrow. Also have Bristol City tomorrow, Luton away, Middlesbrough at home, Sheffield Wednesday away, and Swansea at home. So some big games coming up in tomorrow's stream. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 3. Thanks for watching. See you later.